Welcome to the Kaylin and Kaylin Show. I'm Kaylin Piles.
And I'm Kaylin Clark.
Today we'll be talking about youth and high school sports. All of our information comes from Principles and Practice of Sports Management.
4th edition. The history of high school and youth sports predates back to the signing of the Constitution and the formation of the United States of America. The first sport to be played in the United States was by the Native Americans, and it resembled the sport today, lacrosse.
Good information to know.
Thank you.
Although these sports were brought over so early, youth sports was not presented until the mid-19th century. Can you believe that?
Nope.
European settlers brought over tennis, cricket, and many early versions of baseball. Africans brought over javelin, boxing, and wrestling when they came over to the USA for being slaves.
What a great contribution to the sports industry. That's nice.
Yeah, it is.
This began in New England in private schools in the 1800s. This just incorporated all boys and girls of all different ages. It also created jobs for high school and youth sports leaders such as administrators, coaches, and other personnel.
Did you know the demand for youth and high school sports is at its greatest desire today, Caitlin?
I could see that.
It is. These sports are so popular, people involved need to develop skills and deal with the many challenges that come with it. Sports will always be around as long as there are participants and well-trained staff to supervise.
I bet they'll be around for a while. People like sports.
I agree.
Like you. There's a management side also to high school and youth sports. There are professional physical educators and organizations such as the American Alliance for Health, Physical Education, Recreation, and Dance that to create a win at all costs was a negative contribution. In order for teams and coaches to think they had an opportunity to win and dominate the other teams, they thought that football players needed to be bigger, which caused some obesity issues.
Wow.
Yes, we have enough obesity in this world today.
I heard that.
A study even showed that 650 Michigan players ages 9 to 14, youngsters, found that weight problems began when players reached high school.
Dang.
Yeah, probably do something about that.
I agree.
This is so problematic because of struggling obesity rates. Training too much is also a programmatic goal. This can cause serious injuries, such as a lot of women suffer ACL injuries, but boys statistically get hurt more than girls due to overuse and hyper-intensive focus in their practices. Yeah, so watch out for that ACL, girl.
Oh, I will. Thanks for the lookout.
Mm-hmm.
Coaches are the principal supervisors of the athletic activities of their teams, and it is their responsibility to provide and ensure a reasonably safe environment for all participants. Coaches' performances are assessed through issuing proper equipment, maintaining issued equipment, ensuring all participants have had physical examinations, and maintaining necessary documentation. Coaches are also responsible for organizing drills, ensuring physical mismatches are minimized, maintaining safe practice and playing grounds, suspending practice or playing during dangerous weather conditions, such as raining and thunderstorms during our softball games.
Hate when those lightning delays get you every time.
Every time. And monitoring locker rooms during the time preceding and following activities. In play situation, coaches must monitor activities to be sure student-athletes are not performing in an inappropriate and dangerous manner that might harm themselves or other participants.
Yeah, those coaches have a lot of responsibilities, huh?
Yeah, they do.
There's also a nice marketing side that comes with sports. Businesses of all types can contribute and have an opportunity to generate revenue from all different sports. High school sports, youth sports, rec sports even. For example, in 1997, Disney Sports Enterprise built a $100 million facility for high school and youth sports. Yes, $100 million with an M. Millions. The faculty attracts youth and high school sports of there's boys, girls, and many ages that play at this facility. In this facility there are, wait for this, there's a lot of them, 2 field houses, 8 outdoor fields, 4 baseball diamonds, 6 softball diamonds, that's a good one, a track and field venue, a cross-country course, 10 7 tennis courts, and an 100-lane bowling center on, get this, 220 acres of land. Oh my gosh.
They must be rich. How much are they making?
$2.7 billion.
$2.7 billion.
Yep, with a B. That was with a B. Billion.
Would you look at that?
Yep. It hosts more than 180 events year-round. And it is also a formal alliance with some AAU basketball.
Ooh.
You already know. And it is expanding participation opportunities to other kids that maybe they don't have an opportunity to play at a venue like that. Also, many high school sports are beginning and investigating to add other programs to incorporate other boys and girls who maybe they don't have the athletic ability, so to say, to play basketball or softball. So, one school even looked at some bass fishing.
Ooh.
Yep, bass fishing.
Also, marketing contains ethics. Ethics such as illegal substances is considered ethically wrong, and the health risk and the unfair advantages gained by those who use these drugs and those who are clean are highly frowned upon. These issues have impacted school and youth sports as seen in 2008 when a sheriff of a rural community announced an undercover investigation of area gyms that produced the largest ever anabolic steroid bust.
Wow.
Yeah.
We get drug tested here at collegiate sports too.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta watch out for those illegal substances.
Did you know across the country efforts are being made to test and detect the use of these illegal substances? But part of the statistics may be because teenagers often like to feel rebellious and challenge authority, and also that very few athletes are tested, both in youth and high school sports.
Also, in youth and high school sports, there's a big gender equity issue. Title IX, which I'm sure you've all heard of, is a comprehensive statute aimed at eliminating sex discrimination in any educational program or activity that receives federal funding. Hope we get as much money as the boys.
Federal funding. That brings up a challenging issue. Did you know that funding is a big issue for both youth and high school sports?
I didn't. Administrators are responsible for ensuring that athletic programs treat boys and girls equally. The NFHS states that one of its legal foundations for administrations of high school athletes that interscholastic athletic programs must demonstrate equity or practical and continued progress towards equity in the facets of boys and girls athletics. This means just treat boys and girls equally. It's not that hard. Come on, guys. There are some financial concerns that have been problematic since 2008. In 2008, southwestern cities in Ohio experienced a cancellation of athletic activities. Many schools had to opt out and just eliminate sports in general. But other schools, students had to pay up to $175 just to play a sport they love and represent that high school. They also had to pay for a transportation fee ranging from $30 to $75 extra dollars.
This is very true. As a student athlete in high school, I actually went to Central Crossing High School, which was part of the Southwestern Central School District, and we experienced the budget cut and cancellation of all sports. In order to reduce financial concerns, our school, as well as many other schools in our area, had to do a boosters club and have fundraisers to earn more money for our athletic program. Fundraising including selling baked goods, spiritware, and we also sold carnations throughout the community. Our boosters meetings included discussions about our budgets and how we could get more money through our sporting athletic programs.
This leads us to some career implications that might affect us as we continue our journey through the sports industry. My personal goal career path would be to be a high school coach. This means that being a high school coach and having low budget and funding means low salaries, also with long and irregular hours. some kids also may have pay-to-play issues, putting coaches in tough situations, not being able to work with the best teams and get the best performance out of that team. This could be really complicated because, as a coach, you want to put the best team out there. And with these funding issues, it might be an issue in the future career.
I agree, Kaylin. As far as my future career as a school athletic director, my responsibilities include management roles and hiring and paying staff officials such as the coaches and the refs and umpires throughout the athletic programs. We would have to work under tight conditions dealing with budgets and fundraising, such as the Southwestern City School District had to. Determine game schedules and athletic eligibility for each athlete. And lastly, most must also coach, teach, perform other administrative roles, or do a combination of all three as an athletic director.
Thanks for watching. See you next quarter.